Do you ever get tired of seeing all this water, seeing all this green grass, all these humans, and completely fed up with breathing the same air as those 7.7 billion other humans and having social interactions? Well, do I have some good news for you? Scientists and engineers around the world want to send you to one of the most hostile environments that every man, woman, and child would kill to visit. Never mind harsh environments, Chernobyl, Antarctica, Los Angeles, under CJ's bed. Those have nothing on the cold and desolate disappointment known as Mars. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of speaking with the same 6 people for years on end and not being subjected to all the arguments about gender and other important topics. It's just that some people think Mars is an impractical place to live. All the effort and resources it would take. Of course, things like space travel take lots of time and effort and money, but Mars, being around $1 trillion, is not a walk in the park. Speaking of walks in the park, there are no parks on Mars, but even if there were, you would have to gaze upon them through a computer screen. Scientists can't figure out how to remove dust from spacesuits, so you can't go outside, because if you did, it would risk contamination and you re-entered from the outside. But I suppose, if you're not an outdoorsy type person, you wouldn't be too bothered. Although, be careful what you wish for. There's a little thing called cabin fever. There have been a couple of experiments involving simulated isolation living. The Hawaii Exploration Analog and Simulation has had multiple trials of 6 humans voluntarily living in a 1,200 square foot room to see how isolation could affect the first human colonists on Mars. To oversimplify the results, they ended up becoming enraged with one another. The only alone time they were allowed was kicking around outside in a clunky spacesuit. Then again, who cares about rules? Let's just go outside with no spacesuit. What? What was that? Alright. You can't speak due to the moisture in your lungs starting to boil. Ouch, man. I told you not to do that. Or did I? Why would you listen to me? The Martian surface pressure is below the Armstrong limit, about 6% of Earth pressure. Too bad. I was going to tell you about the place we should consider for that park. It's a place that has already been explored by many, and plenty of resources for us to survive for many, many years, and given us plenty of great promising things as well. Yeah, you guessed it, Earth. Before we decide to go and try live somewhere else, we should look inward at what the cosmos has given us. Plenty of water, air, and food. We can live here for generations. Today, as of this video, scientists are saying we are not keeping true to the promises of emission cuts. The US, China, and India are responsible for almost 50% of the planet's emissions. If something isn't done very soon, even stronger storms and rising sea levels are inevitable. It could very well lead to the extinction of human race. Which means no more Chinese food. Yeah, maybe now you'll listen. It's a good idea to see how you can help change the world. All it takes is for us to unite for a greater future for our kids and later generations. We don't have as much time as you might think. Not to be preachy or anything, of course. Down below are a few links to show you how you can help reduce your carbon footprint and pollution. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay on the spectrum with us.